I'm here to share my experience on how the curriculum is deployed or delivered in the software engineering. As we all know that learning is not the product of teaching, but learning is the product of the activity of learners. That's the famous word by John Holt. As we all hear about software engineering, we all think of that it's a theory subject and it's obviously boring, both from the teachers or faculty members as well as the students. We all hear about that comment there. But when you are going to implement OB in the software engineering, actually, instead of taking the lecture classes, it's converted to activity basis. So our syllabus is developed in such a way that how a student after completing this course can able to perform or develop a software in such a way that how they are going to develop in an industry there. So what are the steps that needed? That's where the syllabus was developed. And the first outcome is we are going to discuss about the different process models, both the classical process model and the agile model process is there. And second one is the how identify the software requirement engineering activities. There we have to collect how the requirements are gathered there, what are the difference between the functional requirements and non-functional requirements there. And the third course outcome, it deals with the development of skill necessary for the pardon? Okay. Develops the skills necessary for the software design there. And there we have covered with the different UML diagrams and other design activities that is needed for the development of a software there. And the fourth course outcome, it deals with the development of different test cases, test scenarios, bug reporting, test errors reporting, etc. there. And the fifth module, fifth course outcome, it deals with the software estimation, project scheduling techniques, and performance testing there. So these are the topics covered there. Based on this outcome itself, it's clear there. And one of the prerequisites is that when beginning of the semester itself, we will insist that all the students should have an individual project there. And based on that project only, they can able to do all these activities there. So on the first course outcome, the methodology we are used for delivering the content is that based on their project, they need to define the different sprints there. Then they need to define the product backlogs, and based on that one, they need to develop the sprint board there. And also then based on that one, they need to develop the Kanban board also there. These are the two methodologies that used in agile technology there. And then we are going for implementing all these things based on a Jira software there. It's a free software there. In Jira software for the implementation there, the students are divided into different groups there with different roles there. So some members are the development team members. Some of them are test case developers. One of them is the product owner and one of them is the Scrum Master there. Then they are doing the presentation based on the Jira software there. So they are divided into groups there. For the first presentation, the first one becomes the product owner. The remaining persons are taking the roles there. On the second presentation, they changes the order there so that everyone got a chances to explain what are the test cases there, how their bugs are identifying, how the bugs are reporting there, all these having the hands-on sections in the Jira software there. And when it comes for the evaluation there, we are giving a scenario there. The scenario means it deals with a software project there. And based on this scenario, we are covering all the course outcomes there. So based on the first one, this is only sample there. Based on the first course outcome, either the students to develop or explain how the spiral models are used for the above scenario. And the second one is illustrate the working of Scrum models based on the above scenario there. So based on the second outcome, the students should prepare an SRS systems requirement specification document based on the above scenario, or they need to identify the functional requirements and non-functional requirements based on the given scenario there. On the third outcome, it's based on The student should develop the use case diagram, activity diagram, and class diagram based on the above scenario. The option is they should identify the different golden rules that can be able to apply on their development, their product based on the given scenario there. Or the fourth module, it's based on the testing. So students should develop the test cases for the login page, and the scenario is it's based on the best tracking system. So the test cases should be developed based on the best pages there. Then on the option is there, identify and explain the different testing strategies that can be applied on the testing scenario there. And the fifth course outcome, based on the scenario, we need to calculate the COCOMO model and calculate the effort and the development time there. Or the option is there, we can able to illustrate the different performance measures methods that is able to apply on the above scenario there. So this is how the evaluation is happening for the software engineering, and for each module we are giving the activities, and that activities is based on the projects that are taken there. So the students need to work on their project. Based on their project, they need to develop the SRS, use case diagrams, activity diagrams, and other diagrams that needed for the development there. Then the test cases for their project, and they are presenting there. Some of them are the group presentation, and the other one is the individual presentations there. So thank you.